recording and real life. Okay.
Okay, so hi everybody.
And
Hi Fenna.
yes,
Good to see
hello
you again,
Ryan.
Fenna.
Yes, maybe you can
Uh,
say that you are a certified facilitator for
I'm a certified facilitator of everything.
many
Okay, so
specialty.
hi everyone. So
Yeah.
welcome to this Facebook Live. So you probably know something about access consciousness if you are watching Fenna's Facebook. And so I'm access consciousness certified facilitator, and I'm also I would say I'm very proud that I'm also one of the certified facilitators of this thing called Being You, a specialty class. So I think about 12 years ago, more or less 12 years ago, uh, this great guy, the co-creator of Access Consciousness, Dr. Dane here, he wrote a book called Being You, Changing the World. And
Yes.
so it started as a book, and Fana, I'm sure you have read that book, and I'm sure it didn't change anything about you, right? so, so Dane, Dr. Dane here, he wrote that book. So it was a book like 12 years ago, and then so all these years, this thing called Being You keep growing and expanding, and then now it's not just a book, it's also not just a class, it's not just a specialty program, it's actually a movement. Okay, it's a movement, it's something that bring awareness to people about how important it is to actually be you. Okay, so and to be you, this is actually a huge topic. And um, actually everything about access consciousness is to empower people to be more of themselves. Okay, uh, so it well I can talk more about like what exactly is it like being you, how do you know are you being you, and when are you not being you. Okay, but so tonight what we are going to talk about is, what's the topic, Fena?
About the relationship. Do you really desire and deserve a great relationship?
Yes, so there are actually two parts to this question, to this topic. Do you desire a great relationship? Of course your mind will say yes, but be
Exactly.
honest with
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
And do you deserve to have a great relationship? And then you're like, I want to say yes, but I'm not so sure. All right, so stay tuned. Okay, we can talk a bit about this. So first of all, I have a 1 day class called Being You in Relationships, in all forms of relationships. Okay, of course that include the intimacy, the intimate relationship with your spouse, your relationship with children, with your children, your relationship with parents, and your relationship with, well, friends, colleagues, enemies. Okay, so enemies included. Okay, but of course, well, mainly about the intimate relationship, but of course we can talk about anything. So um, I would like to take this opportunity to do this Facebook Live with Anna to introduce this thing called Being You to a lot of people. Why? Relationship is actually one of the, I would say, main things. There are so many things that can make us not being us, and relationship is definitely one of them. Okay, so what do I mean? Um, well, how should I start? we okay, so there's this thing called the access consciousness clearing statement. It's a crazy phrase. It's a very crazy, but it works very well. Strange magical tool called. So here's how it is: right and wrong, good and bad, talk and plot, online shots, boys and beyonds. And I'm sure most of you know about this if you are watching Fena's Facebook. And if you don't know anything about this, please go to www.theclearingstatement.com and you can find out more. And the reason why I want to introduce you to this magical tool is so that we can use this to change something tonight. Okay, especially when it comes to relationship, especially when it comes to um, deserving a great relationship and desiring a great relationship. Okay, so let me start with desiring. A lot of people don't really choose what they desire. they desire something. Okay, it's like if I ask you, if you know you could absolutely get everything and have everything you desire, you wouldn't fail. Okay, you wouldn't have to worry about being rejected. Okay, you can, if you would be honest with yourself, what you truly desire, and then you can have it, what would that be? What kind of relationship would that be? Okay, and okay, I don't mean something like, oh, I want this woman, I want this man, I want specifically this woman. Okay, so that wouldn't work. Okay, you see, when I say that wouldn't work, how do you feel? You're like, no, I must have this person. Only if this person loves me, cares about me, then I feel like I have everything. Well, you are a little bit insane. Okay. What about you love you so much, you care about you so much? Okay, whether other people care about you or not, it doesn't hurt you in any way. It doesn't affect your life in any way. And of course, if you have people that actually care about you, take care of you, do something great for you, love you, great, amazing. Okay, so now, just now, when I said like that it wouldn't work, I can feel you, even though I don't really know who you all are, because this is Facebook Live, all I can see is Fana. But I can sense those of you that are watching like, I must have this person. Now, this is the problem. Okay, so when you say, I must have this person, you are trying to own someone instead of enjoying a relationship. And a lot of you have a lot of resistance about relationship. You think you need one, okay, or you might desire one, but at the same time, you have a lot of concerns, a lot of rejections, a lot of trying to run away, because you can also feel that someone else is trying to own you. Okay.
Like to controlling you.
Yes. So relationship in this world, on planet Earth, on this crazy planet, okay, it's more like to own someone instead of being with someone. Remember the word being with someone that you enjoy, okay, and have a great relationship, enjoy the presence of the other person, and you never lose you in the process. If you try to own someone, which most people do, and if you have, well, if you look at your parents, for example, most of us, we learn a lot of things about relationship from people around us, from parents, from family. Well, they own each other. They own each other. They control each other. You are not allowed to do this. You shouldn't do this. You should be like this. I should be like this. You do this. I do this. Then we have an ideal relationship. We don't care about a happy, joyful relationship, but we want to make sure the relationship is right. Okay, so
It's
most people,
about the right and wrong also. Yeah.
definitely. Okay, it's all about how can you show the world, show everyone you have a great relationship. If you don't believe me, check Facebook yesterday or today. Okay, see how everyone posts about Valentine's Day every day. Yesterday. Oh, by the way, I hope you have a great Valentine's Day yesterday. If you don't, well, next time maybe it can be better. And well, of course, it starts from you choosing something that works for you, okay, and choosing someone that works for you as well. So, relationship in this reality is all about owning and controlling. Okay, and people want to have a happy relationship, but it's just an idea. No one really chooses it. People choose to control. Okay, so wow, insane. So, do you deserve to have a good relationship? Do you deserve to have a great relationship? Is a lot of people. Oh, okay, let me continue with. Right, I have so many things in my head right now. Okay, let me go back to what I was saying just now. If you have those point of view, like I must have this person you're trying to control, you think, oh yeah, I'm trying to control someone. How is that a problem? On the surface, it doesn't look like a problem, but underneath that, the energy that you be, the point of view that you have to try to control someone else will make you lose you.
And also I perceive like limiting someone else too.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Okay. I've seen so many people, well, myself included in the past. A lot of people when they are alone, they might have a good life, they are happy, but they think they need to have a relationship. Okay. And so they started a relationship. And since that day, you no longer see this person being that joyful.
Oh, okay. So before you said it, I perceive that a lot of people think when we have the relationship, our life will come be more happy. It also,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
that's our point
Yeah.
of view.
That could be true. That could be true if you actually choose to be happy. If you actually know how to be happy. Most people don't know how to be happy. Most people don't choose happiness. Most people function from, if you treat me this way, if you do this to me, do this for me, if you say this about me, and if you never say this about me, I will be happy. Okay, so a lot of people, when they go into a relationship full of expectations, full of control, you should do this so that I will be happy, then we can have a great relationship. And I must say this, I shouldn't say this so that we can have a great relationship. Okay, so it's a huge topic. Relationship is such a huge topic. But today, what I really want to talk about is to talk about the aspect about being you in relationship that most people are not aware of. Okay, so when you have this point of view that I must have this person, actually you care so much about owning this person, more about your joy, your happiness, your freedom, the expansion of your life. Well, I think not many people care about the expansion of your life. Okay, they're like, oh yeah, I only want this person. All I care about is having this person. Okay, so if you have decided you must have this person, what you will do unconsciously and automatically is you would lose you, okay, in order to keep the relationship with this person or to establish the relationship with this person. In your mind, you are calculating like, okay, this person likes this. Okay, so I need to change this. I think this part about me is not good enough for him or for her. So I better eliminate this. If I eliminate this, then I will appear as good and right. And so this person will finally loves me. Okay, so people keep losing themselves to try to keep a relationship. And even though you find eventually you can create this relationship with this person, let me tell you what, it still won't be a good one. It will be good maybe the first day. If you're lucky, the first day. If you're not lucky, well, not even the first day. I find it very funny. We're talking about this after the Valentine's Day. Like yesterday it was full of romance. And then today we are talking about the dark side of relationship. Let's change the topic tonight. Welcome to the dark side of relationship. But it doesn't have to be this way. Okay, so let's call this welcome to the dark side of relationship, but it doesn't have to be this way. Now it sounds more positive. Okay, and joke aside, but what I really mean it, okay? So if you need to own someone, you will have to change you, alter you, or sacrifice some part of you, or to hide certain part about you. Okay, whichever part that you think is not good enough for the other person, okay, you will eliminate those parts in order to try to be able to own that person. And if you could own this person, be with this person eventually, you will not be happy. You will not be happy because in this process, you have lost you. Okay, now let me ask you this question. Do you want to be with someone that is truly being himself or herself? Or would you like to be with someone that you know this person put on, let's call it a mask, okay? Not the COVID mask. Put on the mask Like you can feel that this person is not truly being himself or herself. This person is just trying to be right all the time to show his or her bright, positive side. Okay, so it's actually very hard to establish a connection with someone like this, because the other person is always having a secret, defending that secret, make sure that secret is not being seen. Like, my dark side shouldn't be seen. Okay, if they see my dark side, they will leave me. Okay, so when usually both sides function pretty much like this, okay, they are together. So it's like, I really would like to connect with this person, but I'm so afraid that this person will see this part of me, and the other person think about the same. Okay, and then so you feel like, but I can also feel that you are not really like the you that I know is like the real you. Like, what's up? What's going on? Okay, so both sides try to get things right, and then try to hide something, try to defend something.
Soul of judgment.
Oh yeah, okay. Judgment will always kill the relationship. Okay, just now I said, if you're lucky on the first day, you will be happy. Why? Because on the first day, usually you don't judge the other person doesn't judge you. Okay, usually on the first day it's like, oh my god, finally I'm with you, I'm so happy now. Okay, and what can I contribute to your life? So both sides function from contribution, trying to contribute to each other. Okay, after a few days, you'll be like, I think you are wrong this way. I think this part of you is not that good. You should do this. You shouldn't be like this. As soon as all this should and shouldn't start coming out, someone tell you, you shouldn't say that. You should be this. Okay, you'll be like, okay, I'm wrong this way. Okay, once you feel being judged, and usually our automatic response is we will also judge the other person back. Oh yeah, you said this about me. I didn't say this about you. You were wrong this way. I just didn't say it.
And women always right.
Men hate that statement, but they know that's true, but they hate that statement. Okay, that's a different story. Okay, so okay, welcome to the dark side. Once again, welcome to the dark side of romance and relationship. But it doesn't have to be this way.
Agree.
So the judgment will break the relationship, but both sides will try to pretend like everything is okay, everything is fine. Okay, so judgment will destroy the relationship. So if you would like to have a great relationship, if you really desire a great relationship, so to start, talk about the deserve and desire. So now let's talk about the desire first. Maybe it's easier to start this topic. Well, number one, you have to have less judgments. Okay, hopefully no judgments, but well, that takes sometimes, because sometimes we are so used to judging. And choose someone that has less judgment. Not choose those assholes that you decided like, I must have this person. Okay, if you have those points, like, I must have this person, no matter how judgmental this person is, how unkind and mean this person is, you'll be like, but he is the perfect man for me, or she is the perfect woman for me. Okay, so if you really desire a great relationship, judgment has to be out of the relationship. Okay, and of course, I mean, we still have judgments, but when you notice that you have judgments, you can use the access consciousness tools. There are so many tools to change that. Okay, so just now I talk about the right and wrong, good and bad, time, power, natural voice, the clearing statement. So this is how you can use it. So all right, so everyone, let's clear some judgments about whoever, maybe your spouse, maybe your lover, or your secret lover. How many secret lover do you all have? Okay, that's a different story. All right, so everyone, now maybe you really love that person, okay, but you know you love that person at the same time, but you have so many judgments, and that makes the relationship with that person not easy for you. So one thing that you can do constantly is to clear the judgments about this person. Okay, so let me guide you how to do this. So everyone, think about whoever that you are having a relationship with. Or if you are single right now, you don't have a relationship, you can think about, let's say, your colleague, one of the colleagues that you feel like you have a lot of problem with, or maybe your boss or whoever. Okay, so what's your judgment? So this is the clearing process. Okay, it's a simple question, but it will bring up all this energy so that you can change it. So what's your judgment about this person? Okay, so you're like, I love this person, but he's wrong, he's wrong, he's wrong, he's bad, he's wrong, he's terrible, all this way that I don't want to know, but it's still there. Okay, so now I will say, so everything that is, whatever all these energies are, will you please let them go, destroy and create all of them? Meaning you don't have to keep them in your universe. Okay, just let it all go. And then I will say right and wrong, good and bad, power and part, all 9 short spoils and beyonds. So this is how you use the clearing statement to wipe off, to clear all these judgments. Okay, so some of you, if you could feel the energy, if you don't, that's fine. Some people feel energy more, some people feel energy less. You feel like something just like got lifted from your world, or maybe your body just suddenly feel lighter, or maybe suddenly you take a deep breath like, but oh, I feel somehow happier, more spacious. Okay, so let me guide you on that a few more times. It will really help, because you don't have only one judgment about that person, you have quite a few or a lot. Okay, so think about this same person again. So what's your judgment about this person? He is the right one for me. Okay, or something like this. Everything that is times a godzillion will now please destroy and create all of this. Right, wrong, good and bad, power and part, all 9 short spoils and beyonds. Okay, one more time, and then I will tell you the second question, the second clearing. So what's your judgment about this person? Well, still a lot of energy. And you can feel that the first time when I ask you this question, it feels certain way. The second time, it feels certain way. The third time now, it feels certain way. So it's like multiple layers of judgments about this person. And sometimes you are aware of some of them. Sometimes you are not aware of you yourself having those judgments. But it's still in your world affecting you. Okay? So everything that is, let's destroy and create all of that. Right, wrong, good and bad, power and part, all 9 short spoils and beyonds. One more time. So what's your judgment about this person? What's your judgment about this person? Everything that is times a godzillion will now please destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, power and part, all 9 short spoils and beyonds. Okay, feeling lighter?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm opening Facebook Live to see who's watching and see if anyone has any question. Oh, okay. Hi. I can see some of you. Okay, so if you have, since I'm watching the live chat, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask, or any feedback, feel free to ask. Okay. So now, second question. With regard to this person that you are in a relationship with, or maybe your boss, whoever. So with regard to this person, what's your judgment about yourself? If you think he's right, you think you are wrong. If you think he's wrong, you think you are very right. You are definitely right. Okay. Now, you might think you are right and that person is wrong. And you're like, yeah, of course, no problem. It still doesn't help you to create the relationship you desire. Because if that person is so wrong, why would you want to be with that person, right? Okay, if you believe this person is so wrong in so many ways, like, and then you still force you to have a relationship with this person, are you going to be happy? Or is this your one of the best ways you can torture yourself? So everything that is times a gazillion will now please destroy and create all the judgments about yourself with regard to this person. Right, wrong, good and bad, power and part, all 9 short spoils and beyonds. So one more time. Okay. Do you notice that when I ask you, what's your judgment about that person? It has some energy. And when I ask you, with regard to that person, what's your judgment about yourself? It has energy, but it's like heavier, like at least 3 times, 4 times heavier. What does that mean? You actually, even though you judge the other person a lot, you actually have more judgments about yourself. Okay, a lot of us judge ourselves so much. Okay, thinking you are wrong this way, that way, blah blah blah. So that is not going to help you to create a happy life. So again, so think about this person. So with regard to this person, what's your judgment about yourself? Everything that is times a Godzillion. That times a Godzillion means like to amplify it. Like Godzillion is a number that is so big that only God knows, like million, billion, trillion, like Godzillion. Not Godzilla, Godzillion. So times a Godzillion, we will now place this rhyme credit off. Right, wrong, good and bad, talk and part, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. One more time. So with regard to this person, what's your judgment about yourself? Okay, still have some energy, but you can feel that it's getting lighter and lighter now. Okay, so if you carry all this heavy energy with you every day in your life, life is going to be not fun and maybe difficult. And well, so let's change it. Everything that is times a Godzillion will now please this rhyme credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, talk and part, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. It doesn't matter how you do it. You can clear the judgments about that person a few times and then only you clear yours, or you can like both sides. What's my judgment about this person? Talk and part, okay. And then what's my judgment with regard to this person? What's my judgment about myself? Talk and part, and then go back like what's my judgment about that person? Okay. Now, everyone, think about your spouse, your partner, whoever that you are using this person in this process. How do you feel now? Because after a few minutes of this crazy thing that your mind doesn't quite understand, but how do you feel now?
Lighter, of course.
Yeah, so not just lighter. Lighter is just a feeling, but at the same time, you feel like, okay, now I'm more willing to welcome this person into my life. I'm more willing to like care about this person and be connected with this person.
Not so willing to receive ourselves. It's like, I got it.
Yeah, you need to receive the other person. You need to receive yourself as well. Okay, you don't need to hide anything about you that you think is wrong. Okay, so to desire a great relationship, it's not just thinking about it. Okay, you need to have the tools that can help you to create that. And one thing very important is to be you. If you lose you in a relationship, okay, no matter who you are with, no matter how great that person is, you are not going to be happy because you don't have a great relationship with yourself. That is so important. Or let me explain this in a different way. Can you have a relationship? Can you make someone that, okay, can you love someone that doesn't know how to love himself or herself?
No lah. Because
You can.
whatever we
You can,
yeah.
but can the other person receive your love?
Yes, the other person cannot receive the love that
You
you
will-
already give it.
Yeah, you will try so hard to prove you care about that person, you love that person, but you can also feel that the other person is not receiving it, still holding on to his or her very fixed point of view that like no one loves me, no one cares about me. And then you're like, I just show you like I care about you, I love you, but you're like you completely ignore me. Okay. So you cannot love someone that doesn't love himself or herself. And if you happen to be with someone like this, it's going to be tough. Okay. So, but if you are the one that like don't have a good relationship with yourself, you don't love yourself, even if you have the Mr. Right or Mrs. Right. Okay, that's a joke. Okay, so there's no Mr. Right or Mrs. Right. Then, but you still wouldn't be happy. Okay, so to be happy in a relationship, to enjoy having a great relationship that you really desire to have, number one, don't lose you. Number two, talk and part all the judgments. Okay, so a lot of people lose themselves trying to hold on to a relationship, and in fact, this is what we have learned. Okay, most people in our entire lives, we have learned that other people are more important. Okay, you have to do everything you can to please them, to make them happy. If they are not happy, it must be your fault. So you're like, okay, I'm wrong, I'm bad. Okay, how can I be right? So it becomes a relationship that you try so hard to be right instead of having a relationship that actually you would enjoy. Okay, see, successfully owning someone doesn't mean you will be happy. Successfully owning that Mr. Right or Mrs. Right doesn't mean you can create a great, happy relationship, and not just happy, but actually expand your life. Access consciousness, in access, we look at relationship very different. Okay, in this reality, it's all about like, oh, I love you, you love me, let's get together. But unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. Okay, a relationship should be something addition to your life. So it's not definitely that you need it. If you think you need it, you are going to shrink yourself, make yourself smaller in order to have it. Okay, but if it's an addition to your life, how you function will be, I'm great, I'm happy, even it's only me. I can be happy being alone, being single. Then you can still be happy in a relationship because you actually choose to be happy. Okay, so oh yeah, so number one, be you. Number two, don't just function from judgment. Number three, choose someone that actually value happiness. Don't choose one of those maybe good looking but very pathetic people that don't care about happiness and try to have a great relationship. It will not work. No matter how hard you try to change the other person, okay, it will not work. Okay, so in order to desire a great relationship, you need some tools. Okay, it's not just a wish. Okay, now the other part about the topic tonight, like, do you deserve a great relationship? When you think you are so wrong, okay, and a lot of people believe they cannot choose as well. Okay, what does that mean? Like, they believe, oh yeah, I come from this background, I'm poor, I'm not good looking. So if there is someone that likes me, oh yeah, I feel like I already hit the jackpot. I shouldn't ask for too much. I shouldn't like demand for something else. Okay, so they wish to have something greater, but they will never choose because they don't think they deserve it. Okay, and when I say deserving, I don't mean you function from like, I deserve it, just give it to me. Okay, when I say deserving, what I really want to bring out is the energy of, are you willing to choose it, have it, and receive it? Okay, so what is it? And so what is it and who and what? Let's put it this way. Who and what have you already decided that you don't deserve to have in your life because you are not good enough to have done? Oh. Okay, see, this is a slightly more complicated clearing process. If I ask you, what's your judgment about that person? What's your judgment about yourself? Okay, your mind still can understand, but this one, let me repeat that again. Who or what have you decided that you don't deserve to have them in your life because you're not good enough to have them? Everything that is times a gajillion will now please destroy and credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, part and part, all 9 short spoils and beyond. Okay, in order to help you to understand this better, for example, some people, because let's say maybe they don't have high education, okay, so they'll be like, because I don't have this certificate, I didn't get graduated from this university, and so I cannot have a great job. I don't deserve one. Okay, but at the same time, you also know that there are a lot of people that they don't really study. I don't know what they did in school, but they could have a great job. Okay, so see, people that believe they can, they go for it. People that believe they cannot, they stop themselves. Okay, so if you don't think you deserve to have a great relationship for whatever reason, okay, whatever that you use as the reason and justification to convince yourself why you cannot choose that, you are stopping yourself. No one else is stopping you, but you are stopping yourself. Okay, so the deserving and the desiring, these two are like kind of connected to each other. You deserve it because you know you are great, you can have it just by your choice. And then you have all these tools so that you can work on yourself, you change something about you so that you be more of you every day in your life. And then everything become easier. When you be you, everything is easy and easier and easier and gets easier and easier. Okay. When you are not being you, you feel stuck. You feel like you cannot do this, you cannot say this, you shouldn't say this, because so many people have given you their judgments and their points of view about how you should be, how you should function. For example, let's bring this back to relationship. How many points of view have you learned from other people about how you should be in a relationship and marriage? See, by saying the word marriage, it triggers you even more.
There's a lot
Now
of
you know why.
sacrificing and everything.
Yeah,
Responsibility.
You must have that.
Yeah, responsibility.
Responsibility, sacrificing, tolerance. You need to tolerate that person. You need to hide your dark side. Everything that is times a gajillion, all these crazy points of view that stop you from enjoying your life and having a great relationship. And to make sure you lose you in a relationship, all you have is tolerance and sacrificing and losing you. And even worse, maybe get abused. Will you please destroy and credit all? Right, wrong, get cheated, get abused, everything that is get used. Right, wrong, good and bad, part and part, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds.
It's good for torturing ourselves.
Yeah. Okay, so once again, how many points of view do you have? Have you like learned from so many other people, including from movies, okay, from the romance movie, novels, about how you should be in a relationship that ensure you never have a great one? All you can experience is you losing you and think that is right. And that can prove you, and that can prove you really love that person. See, I'm willing to give up everything about me for you. That proves I really loved you. Everything that is times a gajillion. Will now please destroy and credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, talk and part, all 9 shots, boys and beyond. Let me check if people are still alive, those that are watching. So far, they are still alive. No one really say anything, but well. So, okay. So, who or what have you decided you don't deserve to have because you are not good and not right enough to have them? Everything. So that is all the self-judgments. Everything that is times a gajillion will now please destroy and credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, part and part, all 9 shots, points and millions. Do you notice the space just get bigger and bigger and bigger, lighter and lighter? Your mind is like, I still don't understand anything. I understand the first 2 minutes when you say hello, and after that, I no longer know what you are saying. But hey, I feel lighter. I feel more possibilities. I still don't know where possibilities come from, but I feel more possibilities. Congratulations, okay? Because your energy has changed. And well, so Fenna, do you have any questions about whatever?
Yes, that's very interesting when we have the relationship that works for us. Yes, and in these 2 days, 19 to 20, you will have the being you in the relationship class, Brian.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
Sure. Okay, so just now in the beginning, I mentioned that I have this upcoming class called Being You in Relationship. It's a 1-day class. And, you know, like you see, even with this Facebook Live, in like 30 minutes, your mind is gone. You're like, I no longer understand what you are saying. So that's why I will split that class into 2 evenings. Yes, two evenings. Yeah, so that you get something and then your energy start to change, you have bigger space, and then when your mind is like, I have enough, and then we rest. And then you come back the second day to get more. Okay, so it's a one-day class called Being You in Relationships. It's not something that I can really put words into because because being you is actually very undefinable. And the other thing is, not that many people want you to be you. Okay, because when you be you, you are very powerful, and to some people, or maybe a lot of people, that could be very scary, and you become very uncontrollable. Okay, so to be you, you can actually be powerful, enjoy your space, and then now you have choice. You know, if you desire a great relationship, you can actually create it. You totally can get it. Okay, instead of just wishing for one. Okay, so that's for this weekend. If you're interested, please join me. Okay, your life will change, and the other thing that we haven't really talked about is we talk about a little bit, but not so much, is your relationship with yourself will change as well. Okay, maybe if we are a little bit lucky, you start to like you. You start to like yourself, love yourself more. You care about you, and when you care about you, this is very important. When you care about you, you will give yourself everything the best, including the great relationship that you desire. If you hate you so much, you give yourself everything crappy, including relationship. I mean, seriously, this is logic, okay? If you love someone, you try to contribute as much as you can to that person. Like, oh, this is something beautiful. Okay, I would like to contribute to this person. If you hate someone, you're like, okay, this is shit. Hate it, right? But so how many of you give yourself everything crappy because you don't really care about yourself that much? But if you care about you, if you love you, and if you happen to have a bad relationship, you would end it. You have the courage to end it. You're like, I care about me. I'm not going to continue this crappy relationship that makes me lose me. I'm not going to continue this crappy relationship that makes me unhappy. Okay, I deserve and desire something way greater. Okay, so if you love you, if you care about you, you give yourself everything the best. So if you feel like you have a lot of problems in your life, why do you give yourself all these problems? Why not you have a great relationship with yourself so that you no longer create problems for yourself? All right, so this is my invitation for you all. Come and play, experience it for yourself. Try it out, give yourself a chance to experience something different. All right, so if you're interested, you can sign up. If you are watching this, I'm sure you know where to sign up. You can contact Fenna, you can contact me, and you can contact Tina as well. Tina is also like posting in the chat, in the comment. All right.
Okay,
So,
thank you so much, Ryan. Wow, that's a
thank you.
big bomb. Like, wow, it's a great
Yeah,
relationship with ourselves. Yeah.
I thought I only wanted to do this for like 30 minutes, but I just couldn't stop. I'm like, and so
yeah. Thank you
so
so much. Yes. And
thank you, everyone. I hope you have a great evening and take care
yes.
and
See you.
see
Bye
you.
bye. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye bye.